798,447 until the inauguration of President Trump on January the 20th, 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Today is January the 11th. And welcome back to the Hotel Orloff here in scenic Rural Retreat, Virginia. Welcome back to the Hotel Orloff Show. It's a little bit after 5 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. 17 degrees outside, watching Saturday morning cartoons, picking up the last bits of Christmas decorations. You see, I'm taking all these Christmas decorations up to the attic where it will become a Christmas wonderland all year long. First, I have to eat breakfast. But what a difference a week makes. Last Saturday morning, I was in a bit of a panic because I went down here to the basement last Saturday morning, and I realized that the boiler was no longer working, and it was incredibly cold. It was probably 15 degrees last Saturday morning. Let's go into the boiler room. This is the boiler. This boiler, I've been told, is a 1955 model. Anyway, it was not working last Saturday, and we didn't have it working until Wednesday afternoon. So we were living without any heat for a few days, and it got down to like 5-6 degrees. And so blankets, a space heater, and then 3 borrowed space heaters were what got us through that crisis. Now, we had electricity through all of that, and this hot water heater was working, so we still had hot water. Anyway, it's been quite a week. You know, I was all excited yesterday because it said on the USPS app that I was supposed to get a package, an A-OK in the mail from our President 47, Donald Trump, who sent me a load of comic books and toys from Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona. And it was supposed to arrive yesterday, but I think the funeral of President Carter delayed the mail, so maybe it'll show up today. We'll see. I've been a big supporter of President Trump, and I've started a Donald Trump fan club here on the Hotel Orloff Show, and he appreciates it, and occasionally he'll call up Kevin Johnson, the owner of Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, and send a wonderful little surprise package to me. We've got to keep the residents of Los Angeles in our prayers, ladies and gentlemen. Horrific fire. Horrible, man, unbelievably bad. All these celebrities from my childhood that I almost kind of forgotten. It's from a whole different world. It's weird. The 70s have come back. Carter's funeral was was Thursday, and now this fire has affected a lot of celebrities that were once huge, and now I guess are pretty much retired and living comfortably off the money they made back in the 70s and 80s, and they have emerged to say, hey, my house just burned down, or what's going on with the government? Why is this happening? So I saw John Schneider, who was either Bo or Luke Duke. Looking back on it now, I think I would watch the Dukes of Hazzard, but back then as a, 12-year-old, it seemed below me. But that's ridiculous, below me, even below my standards. This is non-alcoholic. It's just grape juice. So don't think that I've gone alky. But the Dukes of Hazzard, yeah, that's something like when I was a kid. It's like the Dukes of Hazzard wrestling. I would never watch that. It was just like, that's for the common folk. But now I would probably enjoy either program if it was put on in front of me. But anyway, John Schneider. I think he was also Pa Kent in Smallville. But anyway, he's been I haven't seen him in years, and he was very upset about, where's everybody going to sleep, And, oh, and the Fonzie, I'm not sure if he lost his home, but he came out really angry, you don't want to piss off the Fonz, man. And he came and said, hey, there was some nerd I was seen starting these fires. You need to beat him unrecognizable. Hey, what a nerd. Sit on it. All the Twitter sphere people were outraged. He's spreading misinformation. Of course, it's just climate change. There's no way that people would intentionally want to tell that to the people in Maui, man. Anyway, so Fonzie reemerged. The Dukes of Hazzard reemerged. Steve Gutenberg was rescuing dogs. Meyer Greenblatt was telling me. I haven't heard that name in decades, Steve Gutenberg. Anyway, so terrible tragedy. And I just wonder how many more terrible tragedies are going to happen between now and the 20th. Unfortunately, it's just, anyway, I'm cooking breakfast upstairs, so. I'm going to go upstairs and organize comics. Don't worry. I know you came here to see comic books and monster magazines. I'm going to be up there doing that too. Right now, I'm enjoying these cartoons and waiting for my breakfast. So you're going to have to be patient. Now, I'm going to do a live stream later on. I don't know, a few hours. One of the regular guests on this show, Kevin Johnson from Gotham City Comics. He's the guy that Donald Trump's people call up all the time and have presents sent to me because I'm such a devoted supporter of Donald Trump. I've got a bunch of letters here from Donald Trump that are cherished possessions that, where he asked me for money. But anyway, my wife did send him a contribution, I think, of $30 once. I think that's why we get the letters. Donald Trump doesn't realize how cheap I am, but I am supporting him with this Donald Trump fan club. But he's sending me comics and toys, so I'm happy, and monster magazines. Yeah, and I haven't ever met him, it's just these letters that I get in the mail, ladies and gentlemen. Is this kind of plastic decoration considered gauche or uncool? Or there's a little rosary here. I don't know where this came from. I don't know. It could have been for my father's funeral. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I got this at a garage sale. To me, it's wonderful 1970s, but I'm sure that people consider this to be tacky. That's the word I was thinking of, tacky. But I don't care. I'm going to decorate the whole attic with Christmas stuff, and that's where I keep my comics and monster magazines and stuff. Yes, indeed. So how are you guys doing on this wonderful Saturday morning? My wife bought these gloves for me, and the question is, are they too tight? And because she also bought like a little beanie to keep my head warm when it's 17 degrees, but that one is too small for me, so she's going to return it. But the question is, are these gloves too small also? Do these need to be returned? They seem to fit just right, but I don't know. How do you tell if a glove fits? Oh man, what do you think? Do they fit properly? Are they supposed to come down longer? You guys are glove experts, right? I don't know how superheroes do it, because with gloves, it's hard to grab things. It's weird. And I don't know about the masks seem like a real pain in the butt too. They limit your visibility, right? And Superman's got it, man, because he doesn't cover his face. But Batman, that would limit your visibility. And then what Spider-Man does, that's horrible, because I remember from a few years ago when we were forced to wear masks over our mouths and noses when we went into supermarkets, that's a miserable experience. So who would want to be Spider-Man when you've lived through that horrible experience? But you know, there are people that are nostalgic for those days of wearing masks and the Fauci days. They're nostalgic, and there's people that still wear those masks. And the reason is they don't have to put on makeup and lipstick. They can just get up and put on a mask and not have to worry. They're people that are self-conscious about their looks. In other words, they're very ugly people. This is the new Hotel Orloff show. Lots of edits. Because that's the cool thing to do on YouTube, is lots of edits. It makes the show seem professional. Where is Drew the dog, you ask? Drew is underneath this blanket here. She is staying warm.